Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Forest Glen Park, home of the Huntington University Foresters. This matchup this afternoon in the Crossroads League postseason tournament between the Bethel University Pilots and the Mount Vernon Nazarene University Cougars. The Pilots will be the guests on the scoreboard. Cougars will be the home team.
Catch and fire.
Here are the starting lineups. First of all, for the Bethel University Pilots, here's Seth Sartman's starters. First of all, leading
Hello
off
and welcome back into Forest Glen Park. I'm Preston Husband here for Game 2 of the Crossroads League Tournament hosted by Huntington University. Today's second game is between the Bethel Pilots and the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. Mount Vernon comes in as the home team today with a record of 22-24. The Bethel Pilots sitting at 19-29. Let's get right into the starting lineups. For the away team and batting first today, the Bethel Pilots, leading off the center fielder, number 24, Andrew Miranda. He also leads the team with 6 home runs and a .342 batting average. Jeremy Wersima, the second baseman, with 41 stolen bases, one of the most dangerous base runners in all the Crossroads League, batting second. Eli McDonald batting third. Alex Stout, the third baseman, in the cleanup spot. Dominic Diesler, the catcher. Cooper Tolson, the first baseman. Jordan Landcrone, the left fielder. Silas Kaiser and Thomas Dolan will be rounding it off. And on the mound for Mount Vernon today, for Bethel today, we will see him in the bottom of the first, Frank Plesac. And then we'll go ahead and go through Mount Vernon's starting lineup here today for their first game in the Crossroads League tournament. They are 17-19 in the Crossroads League. They'll send out Logan Fox on the bump, 2-4 with a 6.92 ERA over 40 innings pitched. And then defensively, from left to right, Blankenship at third, Minnick at shortstop, Hoop at second base, Keener at first base, Coleman behind the plate, Perimsky in left, Williams in center, and Hogan Heck, the right fielder. So we will get started here at Forest Glen Park, the host to every single Crossroads League tournament game this year. And Fox will deliver the first pitch, a fastball 2 wide. The leadoff hitter Miranda up there playing center field today. As I mentioned, well over a 300 hitter with a lot of pop in his bat as he fouls one straight back to even up the count at 1-1. Fox, a really big presence out on the mound, stands at 6'6". So really comes at the batter and gets a long ways towards home plate as he delivers a breaking ball too high for ball 2. Bethel 12-24 in Crossroads League play this year. Miranda fouls one off to the left side. The count now at 2-2. Fox looking for a quick K here. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball lined, out of play again, and Miranda continues to try to shoot the gap to the left side and staying alive with the count still at 2-2. The pitch. Miranda wears one right in the ribs, and he'll be down at first base. So Fox jumps ahead, but Miranda finds his way on, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Jeremy Wersima. Fox unable to control that fastball there, gets Miranda right in the ribs, and early going here, Bethel's got a base runner. Fox sets, good lead over at first. Here's the pitch, a bunt down the right side, and that'll be picked up in foul territory by Keener, the first baseman. These teams met 4 times in the regular season. Mount Vernon won that series 3-1. Mount Vernon, 22-24 overall, is coming off a Crossroads League championship last season. So looking to produce a little magic here in the tournament this time around. The 0-1. Bunt again popped up straight back towards the netting, and the count now 0-2. This is someone that the coaching staff of Mount Vernon would like to keep off base. As mentioned, the second baseman for Bethel, Wersima, has 41 stolen bases on the year. Fox, another 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball to the right side, could be two. That's to the shortstop and on to first, and in time. A nice turn by Hoop and Minnick, and Keenan picks it out. And a very smooth 4-6-3 twin killing there for Fox on the mound. We're seeing one of the fastest runners in all the Crossroads League. Couldn't even beat out this throw from Minnick, and a great pick over at first. And that'll be a quick 2 outs, and Fox is back to work, dropping in a breaking ball for strike one on McDonald. The 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball, fouled off to the right side. Now the count 0-2. McDonald comes into today's matchup batting .284. He is DHing for the pitcher, Frank Plesac. The 0-2 pitch. Fox gets a little cue shot from McDonald. Tough play for second base, and it's going to be an infield single, as actually they're going to call the base runner out. And I'm not sure if he missed the bag. We'll have to take a look at this one, as McDonald was getting down the line, or if they called it intentional interference there. Either way, McDonald is retired, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Fox. So we will take it to the bottom of the first. It'll be Bethel out on the field, Mount Vernon at the plate. We'll be right back on FDN Sports.
I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's washroom is ready to serve you.
Back inside Forest Glen Park, a quick 1-2-3 inning for Fox after a leadoff hit by pitch. He rolled up a double play and then got a strange out there at the end of the inning. We're still not sure what that call was. Either way, McDonald was called out at first base, and we'll get our first look at Frank Plesac, the ace for the Bethel Pilots on the year. He is the younger brother of Zach Plesac from Crown Point, Indiana. Zach pitches for the Cleveland Guardians, and he's a fellow Ball State alum playing for Rich Maloney down in Muncie. So we'll see what the younger brother Frank has today. He's had a tremendous year on the mound. He's 4-5 with a 3.30 ERA, 86 strikeouts to 19 walks and 76 innings pitched. So this is their go-to guy, and they're looking to get a win in kind of this play-in scenario and see who they can get tomorrow. He will face the leadoff hitter, Hogan Heck, the right fielder, who will step in. Bethel in their blue jerseys today, Mount Vernon in the dark blue. And Plesac looking to continue to pitch really well for this Pilots team. Take you around the defense behind Plesac from left to right. Landcrone in left field, Miranda in center field, Dolan in right, Stout the third baseman, Kaiser shortstop, Wearsema the second baseman, Tolson at first, and it is Diesler behind the dish. Heck will lead it off for Mount Vernon. Plesac will work out of the stretch right away. And here's the first pitch for the Bethel Pilots ace. It's a fastball just inside, ball one. So Bethel choosing to go with their best arm here today to try to get through day one. Second pitch from Plesac's right in there, strike one. Now the count evens up at 1-1. As mentioned, Mount Vernon has really dominated this series all time, 32-7 against Bethel. And these two offenses have struggled. Both teams, I should say, in the bottom three for scoring runs on the season, with Bethel scoring the 7th most runs and Mount Vernon scoring the 9th most runs. So that would put them both in the bottom three. Plesac, the 1-2. Fastball lifted to the right side, and it'll find its way out of play. And the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Plesac's a strikeout machine with 86 strikeouts over 76 innings pitched, looking for his first today against Heck. The 1-2. Breaking ball just a little too high, and the count goes to 2-2. Plesac wanted that one, and home plate umpire just letting him know it's a little too high. Frank back set at the waist. Here's the 2-2. This one's bounced, and a good block back there by Diesler. Now the count pushes to 3-2. Mount Vernon has come in and struggled offensively this year. They are working under a head coach, Keith Viel, that has been there for 34 seasons and obviously has had quite the success this year, looking to win it from the conference tournament. Plesac misses down, and it's a leadoff walk. So Heck finds his way on. That'll bring up Ryder Minnick. Saw him turn that nice double play there in the top of the first. Minnick has the most at-bats on the team this year. He's batting .325, 6 home runs, 28 knocked in. Plesac works, fastball, bottom of the zone, strike one. Heck over at first base has 22 stolen bases on 28 attempts, so definitely something to watch to see if they put him in motion here early. Plesac the 0-1, breaking ball down, and now the count evens up at 1-1. Plesac back to work from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Ball down again, and he continues to miss just below the zone. And trying to find his command now with one runner on and Minnick up. Next up would be Casey Coleman, a .342 hitter. The 3-hole for Mount Vernon. Plesac works. Runner off, but fouled straight back, and now the count is at 2-2. Mount Vernon on the year, a .269 team at the plate. They're 9th in average. Bethel, on the other hand, even though they've scored the 3rd least amount of runs, they're 3rd best in batting average. So they get a lot of people on. It could be a busy game on the base paths. Plesac delivers, ball high, and now the count's 3-2 again. Mount Vernon comes in as the 5 seed, Bethel as the 8. Tomorrow, the number 1 team, Taylor, will play the lowest remaining seed out of these play-in games. We'll see how it pans out. Plesac the 3-2, runner off, foul ball again off to the right side and out of play. So already a lot of pitches being used by Plesac out on the mound, as he walked the leadoff man back and tries to figure out a way to get Minnick out. Mount Vernon, the reigning Crossroads League champs, will have to play a lot of baseball over this next week to be champs once again. Plesac delivers, and another foul ball off to the right side. Plesac will have another 3-2 pitch again to Minnick as he comes set. Here's the pitch, runner off. Another foul ball down the right field line, and Minnick is just being a menace at the plate against Plesac. Plesac back on the mound. It'll be another 3-2 pitch coming next. Gets the signs from his catcher Diesler, now sets. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 3, and Plesac's got his first K of the day. And the first out for Bethel as Plesac delivers a nice pitch right at the bottom of the zone. Minnick was fooled and goes down looking. So that'll bring up the catcher, Casey Coleman, for the Cougars. Plesac trying to work around that leadoff base runner. Good pick over. Tolson put the tag on, but back in time was the leadoff man, Heck. Perimsky waits on deck. Plesac maybe just a ground ball away from getting out of this. The pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike one. Plesac regains his spot on the mound. Good lead from back over Heck over at first. He's off and running. The throw down to second base is not in time, and Heck picks up a stolen base, and that's what this Mount Vernon team does. They like to run early and get themselves into count to run. And even though it was a good throw from Diesler, just not enough on it, as Heck got a great jump and slid into second. Plesac sets, looking for his second K of the day, the 0-2. Ball ripped into right center field after it is Dolan, and he's not going to get to it. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Heck comes in to score, and the catcher, Coleman, gets into second base, and it's a RBI double there by Coleman. So Mount Vernon with the early 1-0 lead. A nice piece of hitting here by Coleman going the other way. And it was Dolan and Miranda chasing after it, and just too much on it. And it's a quick 1-0 lead for Mount Vernon.
Pretty much if the guy starts looking around for it, just automatically zoom out.
Perimsky now at the plate.
Zoom out.
He's a junior outfielder, batting in the 4 spot today. First pitch from Plesac, breaking ball a little too high, ball 1. Perimsky in left today. He's walked 13 times on the year, struck out 38, so he does swing and miss quite a bit, but he also has 3 home runs and 25 knocked in. Good block behind the plate by Diesler. And now Perimsky's in a good hitter's count at 2-0. So if Mount Vernon were to win, they would play the Huntington Foresters tomorrow at 11 a.m. If Bethel were to win, Huntington would play the 6th seed Spring Arbor. We'll show you the bracket later on in the broadcast as Diesler collects that one too low, and now Plesac's down 3-0. Plesac trying to get back in the zone and regain his confidence. You can see his jersey moving as the wind picks up just a little bit down here in Forest Glen. The pitch, ball low, and that's the second walk of the day for Plesac here in the first inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Blaine Keener. Keener on the year, just 2 home runs, but 23 knocked in, a .236 hitter. So if you're a Bethel Pilot fan, this is probably the guy you want Plesac to go after as Diesler and Plesac work on the signs.
No, not you. Sorry, Hudson.
Runners on second base, the touch system put in place to see which pitch they want to decide on, so no signs are being stole out there from second. Pitch from Plesac's too far outside, and the count's 1-0. So Plesac has really not struggled with his command all year long, but right here in this first inning, things are going a little wayward for him on the bump. Plesac's pitch. Fastball right at the bottom of the zone, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Lily, can you go down on your brightness?
Borsima and Kaiser working out at shortstop and second base to keep the base runner close. Plesac delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball, a good one, and a big swing and a miss there by Keener has him down 1-2. Plesac, a junior out of Crown Point, as mentioned. Really the best arm that Bethel has shown all year long, and he tries to get out of trouble here early. The 1-2. Breaking ball again. The batter's out at home. The throw to third is not in time, so good dirt ball reads there by the 2 base runners for Mount Vernon. It'll be a strikeout at the plate. Plesac's second of the day. And just 1 out away now from getting out of too much trouble. Good play there by Diesler to knock that one down, snap the throw over. But it's the courtesy runner for the catcher for Mount Vernon who's able to sneak in there in time. There's Carter Lapata out there at third base now. Plesac the pitch. Fastball is right in there for strike one. This is Damian Candle at the plate. Candle, the DH today, has not had a ton of opportunities at the plate so far this season. The 0-1 is too high. Now the count at 1-1. Candle only with 17 at-bats on the year. He is a senior. He's got 1 home run, 4 knocked in, and a batting average just below 300. Plesac looking to get out of trouble and just leave a 1 on the board. He delivers, good pitch outside corner, and the count now 1-2. Plesac, a high strikeout pitcher, has a chance to strike out the side if he can get Candle to go down here with runners on second and third. Already 1 in for Mount Vernon. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, a swing and a miss, and he strikes out the side. So Plesac gets into trouble, but wiggles around it and only gives up 1 in the bottom of the first. The breaking ball is working, and we will take a break with it. It is 1-0, Mount Vernon. After the first, we'll be right back on FDN Sports.
How we like to do it.
Game 2 of the Crossroads League Tournament here at Forest Glen Park in Huntington, Indiana, on the beautiful campus of Huntington University. A crisp day today. Our second game is underway after 1-0 in favor of the 5th seed Mount Vernon Cougars. Fox back out there, delivers the first pitch, and it's a breaking ball in there for strike 1. At the plate for the Pilots, Alex Stout, the third baseman today for Bethel, a .293 hitter, 6 home runs on the year. Fox, the big righty, delivers. Fastball sneaks through the glove of Coleman, and it's ball 1. Fox had a little help from his defense in that first inning, got a ground ball double play. Now looks to have another clean second. The pitch, breaking ball, big hack and a miss by Stout. And now the count at 1-2. Fox ready to go. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball again, and this time it's swung through, and that's the first strikeout of the day for Fox out on the mound. And he's got the first out and the leadoff man out here in the top of the second. Both pitchers really utilizing their breaking stuff well. As you can see, the 6'6" frame of Fox creates an awfully good 12-6 curveball. Fox, the delivery. Fastball inside, ball 1. Catcher Diesler at the plate, .299 hitter on the season. Very good offensive catcher, as another breaking ball's in there for strike 1. Fox, the 1-1 pitch, a little low, and now the count at 2-1. See people still bundled up here at Forest Glen as the wind starts to pick up, and will do so the rest of the afternoon. Ripped down to third, nice play by Blankenship, makes the throw over. And a really hard hit ball, but Blankenship picks it up and makes the throw over to Keener in time, and there's 2 down. Diesler sat right on that curveball, but Blankenship able to pick it cleanly and make the long throw across. And a quick 2 outs for Fox. That'll bring up the first baseman, Cooper Tolson. First pitch from Fox, fastball outside corner, strike 1. 0-1 pitch. Changeup left a little too high. Tolson on the year, no home runs. He lifts this one foul and out of play to the left side. He's a first baseman, but he's also got some innings on the mound. He's a .297 hitter, 23 runs knocked in, and finds his way on base quite frequently. Fox, though, not letting him get on base this time as he hits the outside corner. Tolson goes down swinging, and it's a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon with the lead, 1-0 after 1.5 innings. We'll be right back on FDN Sports.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
We are through an inning and a half here in the second game of the Crossroads League tournament. It was Spring Arbor victorious in the first game against the Grace Lancers. And now we are here in Forest Glen between the Bethel Pilots and Mount Vernon Nazarene. It's Frank Plesac on the mound. He got himself into some trouble there in that first inning, but did strike out 3 batters to work around any more issues. He'll look to have a little bit of a cleaner inning here as Holden Blankenship will lead it off for Mount Vernon. Blankenship, the third baseman, just made a really nice play in the top of the second. Now has a chance to hit. Plesac's first pitch to him. Fastball in there, strike one. Plesac really working the bottom of the zone here today so far. Living low, and that's why he stayed out a lot of damage this year. Here's the 0-1 now. Fastball left side, up on it is Stout. He's got time, throws it over, and easily retiring Blankenship is Stout. So a quick out there for Plesac, and that's exactly what he was looking for. So 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring up the next hitter for Mount Vernon. It's a freshman, Ty Williams, playing center field today. Plesac with the set and the pitch. Fastball, bottom part of the zone again, strike one. Ty Williams, a freshman out of Ravenna, Ohio. He went to St. Vincent St. Mary's High School. If that sounds familiar, I believe that's where LeBron James went. Could be wrong about that. You'll have to fact check me back home. As Plesac now delivers the 1-1. Curveball just a little out of the zone, and now the count to 2-1. Plesac and the Bethel bench not pleased with that call. Either way, 2-1, and here's the pitch. Fastball swung through there by Williams, and the count evens up at 2-2. Plesac looking for his 4th K of the day as he delivers the 2-2 pitch to Williams. Fastball too low this time, and now the count goes full. Plesac sets once again. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball blown by Williams at the top of the zone. The 4th K of the day now for Plesac. And the first to go down here in this inning, exactly what Frank was looking for out on the mound. Zachary Hoop steps up, the second baseman today for Mount Vernon. Made a nice turn in the first defensively. Now gets his first look at Plesac. Takes a fastball right down the heart for strike one. Hoop, also a young player, just a sophomore, batting .213, 1 home run, 19 knocked in. Plesac delivers. Fastball lifted to the right side and out of play. And Plesac up again, 0-2. On the season, coming into today's game, Plesac had 86 strikeouts compared to 19 walks. He walked 2 in the first, but now it looks like he's settled in. Looking for his 5th strikeout. Fastball upstairs, and he has it. A 1-2-3 inning for Frank Plesac. He's got that high fastball working as another Cougar goes down swinging. A scoreless second for both sides. We'll be back for the top of the third. You're watching Crossroads League Baseball on FDN Sports.
I'm Megan Hosteller. I'm the producer of the In the Beginning, Our Purpose event, and currently we are getting ready for Britt Nicole to come in and just have an intimate worship night with here at HU with all of our students. We're currently getting ready for the camera team to come in, as well as the lighting and everything like that. Our whole team has just put in a lot of effort and time into this event, and we're just really excited to see how it pays off.
Back at Huntington University for the top of the third. It is Mount Vernon and Bethel in the second game of the Crossroads League. The 5-8 matchup here today. Soft ground ball left side. Blankenship up on it. Throws across his body and in time. Another nice play by the third baseman for Mount Vernon. Now 2 putouts for him, and Fox continues to have quick work on the mound. He had to really get rid of this ball quickly with the left fielder Landcrone getting down the line. And Blankenship right on the money once again. Kaiser now up. Fox delivers. First pitch strike. Logan Fox with 2 Ks on the day. No earned runs, obviously. No hits. Breaking ball a little low, and the check swing is still going to keep it a ball, as Kaiser was able to hold on. Shortstop today for the Pilots at the plate. Fox delivers breaking ball too far outside, and the count now in favor of the shortstop, 2-1. The pitch. Fastball left side. Shortstop Minnick on it. Long throw across and in plenty of time to Keener. And now 2 ground balls, 2 outs for Fox. We can see Minnick on this ball just getting the high hop off the turf and delivering a perfect throw once again, as Fox continues to pile up ground balls against this Bethel offense. Dolan steps in. He is today's right fielder for the Pilots. Fox delivers the 1-0. Fastball outside corner, evens up the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball left side again. Blankenship this time watches it go foul. And Fox is back ahead at 1 balls and 2 strikes. Dolan, a junior with 3 home runs on the year. He's a .301 hitter in the 9-hole. So he's down there to kind of work as that secondary leadoff man. As we have a little break in the action here as the foul ball is retrieved. Fox looking for another 1-2-3 inning. Here's the chance. Breaking ball fouled out of play, and the count stays at 1-2. Really good pace here by the pitcher Fox for Mount Vernon as he gets the signs. And the pitch. Curveball lifted to right field. Bad read by Heck, but he's able to come in and make the play, as he nearly lost that one for a moment, but it's another 1-2-3 inning for Fox. And he continues to roll through this Bethel lineup. It is 1-0 Mount Vernon as we head into the bottom of the third. We'll be right back at Forest Glen Park. Bottom of the third between the Bethel Pilots and the Mount Vernon Cougars. Game 2 of the Crossroads League tournament, all hosted at Huntington University. We're at Forest Glen Park today. A 55-degree day as Police Sack delivers the first ball low. Beck, the leadoff man, back up for Mount Vernon. He found his way on via the walk. First time up, came around to score. Plesac looking to stay in the zone. Here's the 1-0. Fastball ripped and fouled out of play behind the home plate. Count 1-1. Plesac already up to 5 Ks, 2 walks as well. Next pitch will be his 43rd of the afternoon. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball perfect and in the zone for strike 2. Plesac has used his high fastball to get several Cougar hitters to swing through it. And we'll see if he goes back to that again. Here's the 1-2. Fastball down the middle, fouled straight back. And the count remains at 1-2. Heck, the right fielder today, made that catch to end the top of the third. Now he's looking to get things started in the bottom part of the frame. Plesac sets. Another 1-2. Breaking ball fouled off to the right side, and the count continues to stay at 1-2. Bethel in their royal blue today. It's Mount Vernon at the plate in the dark blue. The white bottoms. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Plesac gets a pop-up out of Beck, but it looks like it's going to find its way out of play, and it does. So Beck continues to be a tough out throughout his first 2 at-bats. The righty sets once again. The pitch. Fastball too high. Count evens up at 2-2. Ryan Walker and I will be back on the call tomorrow. The hosting Huntington University Foresters will be underway at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. as Plesac delivers the 2-2, another foul ball. The league champs, the Taylor Trojans, will get underway and look to win the regular season and the postseason tournament at 2 o'clock. And then Indiana Wesleyan and St. Francis will have the nightcap. Plesac back to the plate. Breaking ball left side. Going to be a tough play over there for Kaiser. Long throw and in time. Really nice play by Kaiser as he gets the leadoff man, Heck, getting down the line hard. And that is an incredible play by the shortstop, Kaiser. He roams a long ways over there and puts a perfect throw on the money to Tolson. And Bethel getting a little help from their defense here as Plesac retires the leadoff man. Minnick now at the plate. He struck out his first time up. The first pitch, fastball, bottom of the zone, strike one. But Plesac was out of sorts there in that first, now really settling in and finding ways to fill up the strike zone. The 0-1, inside, evens up the count at 1-1. Saw some good defense in the first game between Spring Arbor and Grace, and that continues here against Mount Vernon and Bethel. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball hit Minnick in the box. That'll be a dead ball, foul ball, and the count's at 1-2. Plesac with 5 Ks, one of them being Minnick, looking for number 6, and hopefully for him another quick bottom of the third. The pitch. Breaking ball down low. Count evens up at 2-2. Plesac gets his signs from Diesler behind the plate. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fastball outside, count runs to full. Minnick took Plesac to a full count the first time up as well. So he's seen a ton of pitches from the right-hander Frank Plesac here today. Should have a pretty good idea what's coming next. The 3-2. Breaking ball fouled back, and Minnick stays alive. Still a 3-2 count. Minnick waits on Plesac. Now he sets. The 3-2. Fastball left side, grounded in foul territory, and the count now is 3-2. Minnick, his first time up, at least saw 6 pitches, and this time up he's done the same thing. And that pitch count for Frank Plesac already at 52. Here's number 53 up next. Fastball too high, and Minnick's got a walk. And that will bring up Casey Coleman, the catcher. He doubled in the right field gap last time up. And that is where we stand at 1-0. Mount Vernon leads the Bethel Pilots. Plesac sets at the chest. Now the waist. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the heart for strike one. Bottom three, only one hit between both sides right now. It belongs to the man at the plate, Casey Coleman. Pick over is not in time. Coleman, the catcher, has had a great year offensively, over 300. A little pop in the bat as well. Here's Plesac. Fastball too far outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Plesac gets the signs from his catcher Diesler, and now he's ready to roll. The 1-1. Another rip to right field. Over on it is the right fielder for Bethel. Making a nice play was Dolan. And Minnick will have to retreat back to first base, but another really hard hit ball by Coleman. And Dolman's able to make a running catch right at the edge of the warning track. And that continues to keep this game at 1-0. Next up, Joe Perimsky. He walked his first time up, one of the 2 walks in the first inning for Frank Plesac, the first pitch. Fastball right at the top of the zone, strike one. Some really nice defensive plays here to start this game for both sides. Plesac with 2 outs in the inning comes set, once again up 0-1 in the count. The pitch. Fastball outside. Count 1-1. Looks like Plesac throwing potentially 3 pitches out there. Fastball, curveball, and changeup. As he's really had his breaking ball working well so far here today. It's been his punch-out pitch. There it is right there, and it's perfect again, and the count's 1-2.
Yeah, Lily, I wouldn't worry about it right now until I say something, because I'll kind of leave the color as it is right now.
Plesac trying to get through another scoreless inning. Here's the 1-2. Fastball rips straight back. Good timing there on the swing by Perimsky. And he stays alive, and the count remains 1-2. Plesac checks the runner. Now he comes set at the chest, now the waist. The 1-2. Fastball again fouled off to the right side. So even though Plesac has only given up 1 run on 1 hit, this Cougars offense has really made him throw a lot of pitches. Plesac sets. Here's the 1-2. Fastball just outside. Plesac thought he had him, as Diesler was starting to head off the field as well. It'll be at least 1 more pitch for Plesac to try to get Perimsky. The 2-2. Breaking ball low, and now the count runs full. So that will put the runner Minnick at first in motion here on this pitch. And Plesac will need to deliver a strike to avoid giving up another base runner. Plesac sets. The payoff pitch. Fastball again fouled off to the right side. Plesac trying to find his way out of this inning. Has thrown a ton of pitches here through just 2 2/3, and he walks another batter. Perimsky, his 2nd walk of the day. That is now the 4th for Plesac, who came in with 16 walks on 76 innings pitched. That'll bring up Blaine Keener. Just over a 230 hitter. He struck out on a breaking ball his first time up. Plesac walking the tightrope once again. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Plesac hurting his chances of going deep in this game if he cannot get his pitch count under control. Already his 69th pitch up next. It's an 0-1. Fastball, big swing and a miss by Blaine Keener, and the count now 0-2. Bethel trying to get out of this inning with no runs allowed. They still trail Mount Vernon 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fastball down low, a swing and a miss, and Keener is down swinging for the 2nd straight time. It's Plesac's 6K, and that will send us to the top of the 4th. Plesac able to work out of trouble. We'll be right back for the top of the 4th inside Forest Glen Park.
Owner of JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's washroom is ready to serve you.
We are back at Huntington University in Forest Glen Park, the second game of at least 13 throughout this weekend, and into next championship Monday. And these two teams right now playing in a play-in spot to get to tomorrow and take on either Taylor or Huntington, depending on who wins this game. Logan Fox continues to throw strikes out there on the mound, just 34 pitches for him so far. Number 35 is a ball outside. Andrew Miranda, the lead-off hitter, back up. He was hit in the rib area his first time at the plate. This one's lifted to the left side. Back on it is Stout, and he's able to make the catch in fair territory. And another quick out for Fox as Bethel continues to look for their first hit. Another looping breaking ball pops up the leadoff man Miranda. And Blankenship, Stout, the third baseman for Bethel. Blankenship able to make another putout. Fox delivers, fastball in the zone for strike one. Where Sema's up now. He grounded into the double play in the first inning. Ball here in the dirt, and the count evens up at 1-1 strike. Fox with the 1-1. Fastball ripped into center field, and that will get down for the first hit of the day for the Bethel Pilots. And that is a good man to have on base if you're a Pilots fan. He has 41 stolen bases on the year.
Now stepping to the plate, the DH, number 5, Eli
It's actually a breaking ball that was looped into center field. And now Wersema, with all that speed, has a chance to make something happen on the base paths. Fox delivers. Breaking ball outside, ball one. Eli McDonald at the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Fox comes set. The 0-1 pitch, 1-0 pitch, makes it 2-0 on a ball inside. Fox sets again at the chest. And here's the 2-0. Wersema got a good jump, but didn't go anywhere, and now the count's 3-0. So Fox losing a little bit of that command currently that he showed so well in those first 3 frames. 3-0 pitch is a strike right down the middle. And the count moves to 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Throw down to second is not in time as Wersema picks up another stolen base. 41 in the regular season and 1 here today in the postseason. Pitch was called a strike. A pretty good throw down to second. Just unable to handle that one was the second baseman Hoop. Here's the full count pitch. Breaking ball too far outside. And that's the first walk of the day for Logan Fox.
Now batting, number 19, third baseman, Alex Stout.
That'll be Alex Stout at the plate. He's got 6 home runs on the year, 293 hitter. He struck out his first time up against Fox. He's got a chance to tie this game up with a base hit. Fox delivers. Fastball too high. And the count is 1-0. Fox, the tall righty, sets again. The pitch is way too far outside. Good pick there by Coleman, and the count's now 2-0. Fox gets the signs from Coleman. And here's the 2-0. Fastball ripped into right center field. Coming up on it is Heck. They're going to test the arm, and in, standing up safe, is the call at home plate with no tag applied, where Sema uses his speed to tie this one up at 1-1. Really good piece of hitting here by Alex Stout as he shoots that ball the other way. And Heck, with not the best throwing arm, is unable to put one right on the money. And where Sema, with all that speed, comes around to score. So Bethel came into this inning with no hits. They now have 2, and they're all tied up. Fox takes a ball too far outside. It's Diesler at the plate. Dominic Diesler, number 2, the catcher. 300 hitter on the season. Hit a very sharp ground ball to the third baseman last time up. Lifts this one, grounds it, to third again. On to second, and in time, a double play. Blankenship to Hoop to Keener, and that is a 5-4-3 double play. So both times up, it's been Diesler to third. This time they turn 2, and it'll just be a 1 spot as we head into the bottom of the 4th. All tied up 1-1 between Mount Vernon and the Bethel Pilots.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Bethel able to tie it up in the top of the 4th. They have 2 hits, a stolen base by Wersema, and he's able to come around and score, and that's got us tied at 1-1. That gives Frank Plesac a little bit of a new life out there now as his offense gets it going, ties it up, and he's throwing a 1-hitter right now. His issue has been his command with 4 walks, but he does have 6 Ks. And if he can shorten up that pitch count, maybe able to stick around for a few more and give Bethel a good chance of moving on till tomorrow. He will face Damian Candle, leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout the first time up. And Plesac will get ready to roll again on the bump. Plesac gets his signs from Diesler, who just grounded into that double play. And now the pitch. Fastball a little too high, and the count is 1-0. Blankets still out at Forest Glen Park with the winter coats on as the wind continues to freshen up down here in Forest Glen. The second pitch is a strike. We'll have better weather tomorrow and on Friday as it continues to warm up. The longer you play, the better the weather gets. Plesac drops in a breaking ball, and the count's 1-2. Next 2 days warm up, and so does the tournament, as things will get a lot more interesting over those 2 days. Ground ball left side, Stout up on it. The throw across is perfect and in time. And the first batter in the bottom of the 4th is retired once again by Plesac. There have been a ton of ground balls by both of these pitchers here in this game. And both Stout and Blankenship, the third basemen for both sides, have been extremely busy anytime they're on defense. Blankenship's up now. The first pitch from Plesac's a breaking ball, and it's just a little high. So the count's 1-0. Blankenship, first time up, was unable to reach base, a ground out as well. Here's the 1-0. Fastball through the right side for a base hit, where Sema tried to dive for it, unable to catch up to it. And that's another base hit for Mount Vernon. Now both sides have 2 knocks. Good piece of hitting there by another Mount Vernon Cougar, shooting it through the right side. And Blankenship has his first knock of the day. And now Ty Williams, the freshman, back up there. First pitch to him. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Blankenship not a huge threat to steal a bag over at first base. Williams was a strikeout victim his first time up. The 0-1. Fastball too high. Count evens up at 1-1. Plesac at 77 pitches. Could use a ground ball double play here. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball too low. Count 2-1. Ty Williams did a really nice job holding off on that breaking ball there. And did not chase something out of the zone. Plesac sets again. The 2-1. Fastball right on the outside corner. The count evens up at 2-2. Plesac looking for his strikeout, 7th strikeout of the day. He sets and pitches. And he has the strikeout, as down swinging for the second time today is Williams. And he's up to 7 strikeouts as he just blows this one right by Williams. That'll bring up Zachary Hoop, who was also a strikeout victim his first time up. Plesac sets at the chest again and delivers the first pitch to Hoop. Fastball down. Blankenship with the single to right continues to work over on first base. Plesac delivers a 1-0. Little too high. Snap throw and not in time at first base. As Diesler tried working with Tolson to pick off Blankenship, but got back in plenty of time. Two-0 pitch, not coming yet as Plesac throws over to Tolson. Blankenship getting a lot of attention from this Bethel side right now. The pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Count moves to 2-1. The 2-1. Fastball is fouled off to the right side. And the count is now 2-2. Plesac with 7 Ks already, 4 walks, only 1 earned, and 3 2/3. Looking for number 8. The pitch. Just outside and a little low. And now the count is full at 3-2. Runner will be off and running. Blankenship will be in motion at the pitch. With the pitch, I should say. Plesac sets the payoff. Foul back over our heads. And another good at bat by a Mount Vernon Cougar belongs to Hoop here as he continues to hang on strong. Plesac sets once again. The 3-2. Fastball again lifted down the right field line, and that's going to go out of play. Plesac just unable to have many clean innings so far. Continues to throw a lot of pitches. Here's another 3-2. Fastball lifted to center field. Coming in on it is Miranda, and he will collect it in time as he makes the running grab. That is a scoreless inning, as that will send us to the top of the 5th. Miranda able to run in on this one. Plesac gets out of any kind of trouble. We'll head to the top of the 5th, and we'll be back on FDN Sports.
This is how we like to do it.
We have another pitching affair here between these two sides, another pitcher's duel, as it is 1-1. We head into the top of the 5th between the Bethel Pilots and the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. Cougars, one of the longest trips within the conference to get here and play in this play-in Wednesday. And they were in control 1-0 until the top of the 4th, last inning when Bethel got a run. And Bethel will look to get something going again offensively here as Fox drops in a curveball and it's fouled off to the left side. Tolson down 0-1. Fox, 4 innings pitched, 1 earned, 2 Ks, 1 walk, only 50 pitches as he delivers number 51. Breaking ball to the right side, over on it, the first baseman in time, but dropped by Fox as the feed was there from Keener and Fox was unable to handle. So he's going to be safe at first base. And we'll see how that one is scored. It's going to be an error on the first baseman. So maybe not the best feed to a 6'6" pitcher from Keener. Either way, it's a leadoff base runner for Bethel.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 4, Jordan Landcrone.
Landcrone up now, looking to bunt, pulls back. It's a called strike. Landcrone got out his first time up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Mount Vernon now looking to get out a little bit of trouble here to start. Landcrone showing bunt again, pulls back. The ball gets away, but Tolson retreats back to first base instead of trying to get over to second. Very early shows on the first 2 pitch from Landcrone. Again, he takes a ball too low. And now the count is 2-1. Fox sets. The bunt shown again by Landcrone. He's able to get it down, but it's foul down the first base line. And the count now at 2-2. Landcrone still in there, 2-2 pitch up next from Fox. Bunting again, pulls back, and it's just out of the zone, and now the count's 3-2. I wouldn't think the bunt play would be on here now in a 3-2 count, maybe a hit and run. Big lead at first. The bunt is on, and it's going to be a foul ball, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Landcrone bunts with 2 strikes, a 3-2 count. And he's out on the bunt attempt with a strikeout, and that'll be Fox's 3rd of the day. Very interesting decision there by the Bethel coaching staff to leave that bunt on with 2 strikes, especially 3-2. First pitch from Fox, fastball outside corner, strike 1 to Kaiser, the shortstop. Fox sets once again. Big lead at first by Tolson. The pitch. Breaking ball stays a little too high, and the count moves to 1-1. Fox sets once again. Tolson over at first. Gazer at the plate. The pitch. Breaking ball lifted into right center field. Tolson on his way to third. Kaiser's going to stop at first. The throw is in, and Bethel will have runners on the corner with just one out here in the top of the fifth. Just a hanging breaking ball there as it's ripped into right center. Kaiser with his first hit of the afternoon, and Bethel has a good chance to take the lead with only one down in the inning. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, Thomas Dolan, the right fielder today for the Pilots. First pitch from Fox, a little too high, and the count is 1-0. So Bethel is the last team to make the tournament this year, the 8 seed. If they were to win, they would take on Taylor tomorrow morning. High fly ball, center field. Back on it is Williams. This should be plenty deep enough to score Tolson. Making the catch instead was Heck, and it will be deep enough. And in to take the lead is Tolson, and Bethel has rallied back from down 1-0, and they now lead 2-1. Really good piece of hitting there by Dolan to just lift that ball far enough to be a sac fly. And Bethel leads the game now 2-1. And they have battled back from an early deficit. Breaking ball, strike one to the leadoff man here, Miranda. Miranda waits on the 0-1. Pitch, fastball too low. And the count is now 1-1. So Fox will not be tagged with an earned run there because of the error on the first baseman Keener earlier in the inning. Miranda waits. Fastball driven to center field. Fairly deep, but plenty of room for Williams, and he makes the grab to retire the side. But it's Bethel in the top of the fifth taking the 2-1 lead over Mount Vernon, and we will head to the bottom part of the inning inside Forest Glen Park. You're watching Crossroads League Baseball on FDN Sports.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
Welcome back to Forest Glen Park. It is the bottom of the fifth between the Bethel Pilots and the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars. We'll take a look at the graphic here and exactly what this bracket looks like. Spring Arbor defeated Grace earlier today, and so Grace is out of the tournament, and they will be moving on to either play Huntington or Taylor tomorrow. And Mount Vernon and Bethel is playing right now, obviously, in this game. So the play-in best seed will play Huntington tomorrow. So if Mount Vernon were to win, they would play the Foresters. If Bethel were to win, they would play Taylor, and Spring Arbor would play the Foresters. So keep track of that at home. Either way, Huntington plays at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Taylor plays at 2:30. And we've got St. Francis and Indiana Wesleyan to end the night tomorrow night as Plesac gets up here 0-2 on the leadoff man this inning, Hogan Heck, who is the leadoff man in the order. Heck 0 for 1 with a walk earlier in the game. Plesac working quickly. Delivers the 0-2. Breaking ball lifted into center field. In on it is Miranda. It's going to one hop and drop in front of him. And Beck is on once again, the second time today. Beck able to sit on this breaking ball and shoot it right up the middle. And now following him is Ryder Minnick, who's back at the plate. Minnick has had 2 really long at-bats, 1 inning in a walk, 1 inning in a strikeout. First pitch to him. Fastball finds the zone. And he's down in the count 0-1. Lots of signs being given to Minnick here from his third base coach and head coach down the line. Pick over to first, not in time as Beck slides back in. Plesac up 0-1 on Minnick. Throw over again, not in time. As Heck is giving a lot of attention here. Plesac sets again. The 0-1. Fastball fouled straight back, and now the count's 0-2. Seen Plesac try to get a lot of these batters out with that breaking ball. We'll see if that is his choice again here. Heck still at first. Here's the pitch. Lifted to right field. We'll see if it stays in play, and it will not, as Dolan gives it a long chase, and it heads out of the park. Count remains 0-2. Plesac's getting very close to that 100 pitch mark. And he has retired no batters here in the 4th inning. Heck still on first. Minnick at the plate. The 0-2 from Plesac. Runner off. Foul. Looks like it's going to be a foul ball again, and it is. As that ball continues to tail out of play from Minnick. And Plesac once again having another long battle with the very, probably to him, annoying Minnick at the plate, who has taken him at least 6 pitches in all 3 at-bats now. Plesac trying to get rid of Minnick at the plate. Ball ripped to right field, back on it, Dolan, and he is going to run into the wall, and the ball is down. Mount Vernon is going to move up to second and third, and that's going to be a double, and Dolan is down in right field. He took a very hard crash into that wall, and you'll see on the replay here that Dolan got the worst of this one, as he really did not know where he was, looked up for a second, just unable to make the catch. He did get up and make the throw, but immediately went back down. And, of course, we hope that he is all right, as Minnick hits a double, and that pushes Heck over to third. Dolan made a really good catch out in right field earlier in the game, but maybe his center fielder just wasn't telling him where he was there. He did give one look to the wall and then hit it obviously extremely hard. So we'll wait to see if Dolan's able to stay in the game. So we're going to take a really short break and see if Dolan's going to be able to stay in the game. And we will be back inside Forest Glen Park after this short break.
We're making a movie!
Okay, 117 Echo, take one, cover mark.
And action.
I'm the script supervisor.
I'm first AC for camera A.
Second AD.
Best boy electric.
Focus puller.
I'm about to run this right here and man the camera.
Thank you, bye-bye. We've got over 25 students that have worked really hard all semester preparing for this month-long experience.
Oh yeah, the standards have definitely been raised. You ready for me or no?
Normally we do films in 3 days.
We do a lot of student films.
And this has been like 4 weeks plus an entire semester of prep.
This is just insanely different.
The respect that I have for anybody doing group work on a feature film is through the roof.
On set this week, we have Stephen Baldwin.
Let's leave him to do the miracles and me to handle the business.
On the technical side, it was better than anything I've ever experienced before. Kudos to Huntington University.
I'm afraid our conversation ends right here.
We also have casted Bethany Lind. She's on Ozarks and a DC series right now.
You just left, you didn't call, I thought you were dead. I think this is an amazingly immersive experience. I wish I had had something like this.
Pros come in, and they've come in from all over the country, our department heads.
The first 2 weeks of mentorship, I mean, it's a lot of teaching. Let's see if I can catch any more. It's fun to see where the students are now. We're on week 4, day 17. We're getting there now. I think it's good to walk away.
I think everybody on this project is in a little bit over our heads. But the prerequisite for being used by God is self-doubt. And we are all being used by God.
All of us are here and gifted with different things by God. And all of those pieces are going to fit together and make a really incredible movie.
I think that I'm like way more capable of like hard labor than I thought I was.
I think I've definitely become more confident in myself in the process of being able to figure stuff out when there's a problem.
Making movies is hard, but it's definitely it's meaningful because it's bigger than you.
I definitely think God is teaching me patience. I have learned how to take things with stride.
We want the way that we make movies to reflect our Christian faith. That's almost more important to me, that our students are seeing that.
That's convenient, thank you.
I hope that they can take something of what we're doing and live out their faith no matter what movie set they're on.
Folks, that is a picture wrap. Woo! We just made our movie. Good news for Bethel Pilots and also the right fielder Dolan. He is able to stay in the game, maybe just got the wind knocked out of him there for just a moment, but he's still out there in right field after taking that hard shot into the wall. Plesac still out there on the mound, delivers first pitch breaking ball too high. The scene here is Minnick on second, Heck on third after that double from Minnick. Plesac, already in 99 pitches, delivers number 100. Breaking ball too low. At the plate, Casey Coleman, he's 1 for 2. He lined out to Dolan, I should say. And he had an RBI single earlier in the game. The 2-0. Fastball inside corner for a strike. Bethel took the lead in the top of the 5th, but Mount Vernon right back here in the bottom of the frame trying to take it back. Plesac with the 2-1. Breaking ball too far outside, and now the count at 3-1. Infield in for Bethel. Other than Stout and the first baseman Tolson, who's about right even with the bag. The 3-1 pitch to Coleman. Fastball ripped off the diving glove of Wersima. It's going to be a throw in from the right fielder Dolan, and nothing coming home here from second base Minnick. So the score is now 2-2 as Heck is able to come in and score that run. It was nearly a great play by Wersima there at second base, but now it's 1st and 3rd and nobody out for Joe Perimski.
Number 26, Joe Perimski.
So it looks like Diesler is going to put on a 1st and 3rd call here. Plesac trying to get out of this inning, or at least get a few more batters out. One arm warming up in the Bethel bullpen. Plesac sets, nobody out still in the inning. The pitch, big rip there by the 4-hole hitter Joe Perimski. He comes up empty and the count's 0-1. Perimski has walked twice today. Has a chance to get on base once again. Here's the pitch. Runner off and going. Fake arm throw there. Excuse me. Arm fake, I should say, down to second. And the snap throw to third wasn't in time. And so now 2 runners in scoring position for Mount Vernon. Perimski a chance to give the lead back to Mount Vernon here. Plesac trying to work around trouble. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball fouled off behind home plate, and the count is now 1-2. Completely understand that pitch counts are sometimes thrown out the window in tournament games, but Plesac already at 103 pitches. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball lifted into center field. Over on it is Miranda, and he's unable to make the grab. 2 runs coming in for Mount Vernon, and sliding into second base safely is Perimski, and Mount Vernon has regained the lead, now 4-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Perimski able to just sit on that breaking ball, shoot it into the right center gap, and Miranda unable to come up with the catch, and now Mount Vernon back in front, and that will be the end of the day for Frank Plesac, the starting pitcher for the Bethel Pilots. He will leave the game with 107 pitches, 4 innings pitched, 4 earned, 7 Ks, 4 walks, and his line is not done yet, as he will be responsible for Perimski out on second base. So we will go ahead and take a break as we have a pitching change here at Forest Glen Park. Mount Vernon back ahead, 4-2. We'll be right back after this short break on FDN Sports.
I'm Megan Hosteller. I'm the producer of the In the Beginning, Our Purpose event, and currently we are getting ready for Britt Nicole to come in and just have an intimate worship night with here at HU with all of our students. We're currently getting ready for the camera team to come in, as well as the lighting and everything like that. Our whole team has just put in a lot of effort and time into this event, and we're just really excited to see how it pays off.
One of the big goals for this project is from our community. We want to bring people into this worship night to come in and have a really great experience, to be impacted. We want people to come in and worship God, and ultimately the goal is about finding our purpose. A lot of people are trying to figure out, hey, what's my purpose? Where am I supposed to be going? What am I supposed to be doing the next 5-10 years? There's going to be a lot of change happening. So what am I supposed to be doing? So the goal of the event is to help people find that purpose through worshiping God, through asking the Holy Spirit to grant us wisdom in these moments, grant us wisdom this night as we sing praises to you, as we receive wisdom from you, as receive your truth tonight, and ultimately come together in a corporate community to praise you together.
When I saw the name.
We are back at Forest Glen Park here on the campus of Huntington University. New pitcher on the mound for the Bethel Pilots is Ty Mikowicz. He is making his 14th appearance of the year, delivers first pitch fastball, big swing there at the plate by Keener, comes up empty, strike one. Mikowicz is a junior, a right-hander, 4-7 with a 6.78 ERA on the year. Here's the 0-1, bunt attempt by Keener in front of home plate. Diesler's on, the throw to first is in time. And a sac bunt there from Keener moves up the runner to third base. And now just 90 feet away is Perimsky from scoring the 5th run of the day for Mount Vernon.
Now batting, the DH, number 36, Damian Candle.
That'll bring up Damian Candle, the DH today. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. We'll try to get the 5th run in for Mount Vernon, now on third. Infield in for Bethel. Mikowicz leaves that one a little low. Ball one. Mikowicz, the junior righty, comes set, trying to get out of this jam that Plesac got into. Big breaking ball and a big swing and the miss by Candle. And he's even in the count 1-1. Mikowicz sets again. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball again, and Candle way out in front of that one. Finds himself down 1-2. Mount Vernon would love to see Candle just hit a hard ground ball somewhere or lift one in the air. Stretch this lead a little further. Instead, it's the second strikeout of the day for Candle. And Mikowicz is just one out away from getting out of the jam that he was put in.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Nice breaking ball there by Mikowicz. Candle swings right over the top of it, and now Ty's just a few pitches away from leaving this a 2-run ball game. Mikowicz, the first pitch, ball too low. Holden Blankenship at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Mikowicz sets again at the waist. Here's the 1-0. Fastball, he did swing. And the count moves to 1-2. 1-1, excuse me. 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th. 3 runs across already for Mount Vernon to regain the lead. The 1-1 pitch. Mikowicz gets another swing. This time it's fouled back by Blankenship. And the count is now 1-2. This would be a pretty good job here by Ty Mikowicz if he can come in and not give up any more runs, and that keeps Bethel right in this ball game. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball too far outside. The count moves to 2-2. Blankenship, today's third baseman for Mount Vernon, trying to add a little insurance. Here's the pitch. A swing, it looked like, and it's going to be a foul ball. Oh, Blankenship unable to hold back on that one, but does get a piece of it and stays alive. Blankenship readjusts and now back in the box. Mikowicz. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball, and looked like it could have been a strike there. Diesler thought so for a moment, but instead it's a 3-2 count. Mikowicz sets again. Here's the payoff. Breaking ball too low, and that's another walk as Blankenship will head down to the first for the second time today. That'll bring up Ty Williams. The freshman has 2 strikeouts today at the plate.
Stepping to the plate for the Cougars, the center fielder, number 4.
Diesler goes through the first and third signs. Mikowitz comes set again. First pitch a little too high. Count 1-0. Ty gets the signs, and now he sets. The 1-0. Fastball to the right side, going to be a tough play. It's off the first baseman glove, Tolson, and that's going to be an infield single and another run for Mount Vernon. So now 5-4 RBI single by Ty Williams, as that just goes off the glove of the first baseman, Tolson. Even if he fields that ball, it's going to be a really tough play to make the throw on the run to Mikowitz. And so Mikowitz still not out of trouble as he delivers first pitch here, down too low to Zachary Hoop. Mikowitz sets again. Here's the pitch. Good pitch right on the outside corner. And the count evens up at 1-1. So the day is officially over for Plesac now. He will end his day with 5 earned runs against. And the next 2 batters on base belong to Mikowitz. The pitch. Breaking ball stays up in the air. Over on it is Stout. We'll see if he has room, and he does not. And so now the count's 1-2. Kind of a backup breaking ball there that stayed up. And luckily for Mikowitz, Zachary Hoop was a little out in front of it and popped it up. Mikowitz sets again. Here's the 1-2. Fastball in there, strike 3, and now the inning is over. But Mount Vernon puts up 4 runs. They lead once again, 5-2. Mikowitz comes in, and he gets out of a little bit of a jam. Bethel will need to get their bats going as we head into the top of the 6th. We'll be right back at Huntington University.
How we like to do it.
Back at Forest Glen Park, a good one here between the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars and the Bethel Pilots. It has been a very solid day of baseball between 4 teams so far today in these play-in games. We'll have 3 more games tomorrow, so make sure you tune in at 11 a.m. and follow all day long for some Crossroads League baseball. The sun is finally peeking through here at Forest Glen, as Fox is back out on the mound and he delivers ball 2. 5-2 advantage for Mount Vernon. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ball hit to the right side. Over on it is Hoop, and in time with a nice delivery to Keener has the leadoff man this inning, where Sema out on the base paths. So that'll bring up Eli McDonald. He has walked once and he grounded out the other times. First pitch breaking ball, too low, ball 1. Fox still only 68 pitches, so he's got a lot left in that arm if that's what Mount Vernon choose to do today. And then they'll have their top pitcher available tomorrow against Huntington University if that indeed is who they play. Fox drops in another curveball and now is up in the count 1-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball again to the left side. Not able to make the play over there is Minnick. And now we'll see how that one scored as well. It looks like they gave an error to the first baseman Tolson in the last inning instead of an infield single. 3 straight breaking balls here from Fox, and finally on that one, it was McDonald who was able to put it in play, and Minnick was unable to make the play. Fox sets again. Here's the pitch, lifted to the right side. It's going to be out of play. They do give McDonald a single on that play. So that's his first hit of the afternoon. Fox has only given up 4. Fox continues to work quickly. Here's the 0-1 pitch as he steps off now. Stout at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He struck out in his other at bat. The 0-1 looking to bunt, instead takes a breaking ball way outside. Fox sets again. The 1-1. Fastball stays high. Count 2-1. Diesler waits on deck. Stout with 6 home runs on the year. Not seen the ball fly too far here today at Forest Glen. The pitch. Breaking ball. It's going to be a wild pitch as that gets away from Coleman. And that'll move McDonald up to second base. Coleman just unable to do anything with that there, especially on this turf surface. That big bounce did not allow Coleman to knock that one down in front of the plate. So Stout is in the driver's seat at the plate, up 3-1 in the count. And McDonald out on second base. Fox the pitch. Fastball low. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate, and Diesler, the catcher, will be the man coming up. Fox with his second base on balls of the day. Diesler has grounded out twice. His last time up, he grounded into a double play to end a threat that Bethel had going offensively. Fox with the pitch. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Maybe a generous call on that one, as it barely caught the outside corner. Here's the 0-1. Fastball this time too wide, and the count's 1-1. Stout at first, McDonald at second. The catcher Diesler at the plate. Fox, who started the game, still out there for Mount Vernon. Breaking ball outside, count 2-1. 1 down, top of the 6th. Mount Vernon started the scoring in the bottom of the first. Bethel got the next 2, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. And then a 4 spot in the bottom of the 5th for Mount Vernon. The pitch. Fastball lifted out of play to the right side, and the count evens up at 2-2. Hoop continues to try to hold on McDonald at second. Fox with a big pitch coming up next. Here it is. Fastball up the middle. A nice play out there. Minnick over to first and in time by Hoop. Minnick continues to make incredible defensive plays. And another Mount Vernon Cougar is down on the field. But the second grounded into double play by Diesler has Mount Vernon out of trouble as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Minnick flashing the leather, and we will be right back in just a moment on FDN Sports.
bottom of the sixth here.
We are ready for the bottom of the sixth inside Forest Glen Park. It is Ty Mikowitz still out there for Bethel. He'll be taking on the leadoff hitter Hogan Heck, who takes ball one down low. Minnick with a great defensive play for Mount Vernon there at the end of that top of the sixth. Another double play against Diesler, and right now Bethel is trying to get some quick outs. This will be a quick one as Stout makes a good throw over to Tolson. And the leadoff man Heck is retired once again. Mikowitz has stepped in and done a really nice job. He did give up the one inherited runner that he picked up from Plesac,
number 17, Ryder Minnick.
but he continues to throw a lot of strikes and get outs. First pitch. Breaking ball in there, strike one. Ryder McKinnick at the plate, who just made that fine defensive play. He's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a walk, and he watches strike two, and now he's down 0-2. Mikowitz working quickly from the windup. Breaking ball barely misses the zone, and the count moves to 1-2. Mikowitz already has a couple of strikeouts. He's looking for number 3, the pitch. Fastball fouled back, and the count remains 1-2. Mikowitz with the pitch. Just inside. And the count now at 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down low, and once again, Minnick having another really good long at bat at the plate. The 3-2 pitch. Fastball too high, and Minnick finds his way on again. Down 0-2 in the count. And Minnick is able to work around that disadvantage and find his way on base.
The catcher, number 19, Casey Coleman.
Mikowitz from the stretch this time, the pitch. Breaking ball, strike one. As he just hits that inside corner. Mikowitz again from the stretch, the pitch. Fastball outside corner this time, now the count at 0-2. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball lifted into center field. Miranda in with the diving play. He's going to try to make the throw over to first, and it's not going to be in time, but what a catch by Miranda as he catches that sinking line drive off the bat of Coleman, and he really picks up Mikowitz there and gets a big out for the Pilots.
Now batting the left fielder, number 26, Joe Perimsky.
Some really good defense today by both sides, and that may be one of the best from Miranda as he's able to catch that one. Perimsky now up, takes first pitch. Fastball for a strike. He's 1 for 1 on the day. He's walked his 2 other times, and he had that big 2-run double his last time up. Here's the pitch. Grounded hard through the left side. Another base hit as he's now 2 for 2, and Perimsky has been on all 4 times that he's been to the plate.
Now batting the first baseman, number 37, Blaine Keener.
Mikowitz sets once again at the waist. He'll now deal with Keener, who takes fastball in the inside corner for strike one. Keener has not had the best day at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. He also had his sack bunt his last time up. Mikowitz the pitch, breaking ball fouled straight back, and the count at 0-2. We are through 6 2/3, second game of the Crossroads League tournament. You can tune in for 3 more tomorrow, as the host Huntington Foresters will be first on tap at 11 a.m. Here's the 0-2. Mikowitz just misses that outside corner. Count now 1-2. Taylor, the regular season champs, will play at 2 against either Bethel or Spring Arbor. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the left side. Picking it up cleanly is Stout, and he steps on the bag, and now the side is retired. So Mount Vernon puts a few guys on, but unable to push one across. We head to the 7th inning. Mikowitz working out of a jam. We'll work into a commercial break and be right back after these short messages. You're watching Huntington University Baseball on FTN Sports.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
We've reached the 7th inning between the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars and the Bethel Pilots. A new arm out there for the Cougars to start the 7th inning. The final line for Logan Fox, who really pitched well today. We'll have that in just one moment as we pull it up here on the live stats. Logan Fox went 6 innings pitched, gave up 4 hits, 2 run, only 1 earned, 2 walks, and 3 Ks. And now it's Maxwell Donawa in the game. Number 10, another righty for Mount Vernon, will get a chance to pitch in a pretty high leverage situation as he sees his team up 5-2 in the top of the 7th, and this is obviously a must win for both these sides. So it'll be the Mount Vernon bullpen who tries to close it out here and keep that Bethel offense at bay. Donawa is a pitcher but also an infielder, a sophomore out of Maumee, Ohio. He went to Toledo Christian High School. And he's got the task of taking on Cooper Tolson to start his day, and he delivers a perfect fastball right down the middle. The 0-1 pitch to Tolson. Fastball outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Donawa on the year, 14 appearances, 4-1 on the year, 37 innings pitched. He has a 5.26 ERA, 30 Ks, and 22 walks. So kind of a high walk number, and I'm sure his coaching staff would love to see him hammer the zone right now as he is down 3-1 to the first guy he faces in Cooper Tolson. The 3-1 pitch. Tolson watches too low, and that's a leadoff walk. So not quite the recipe that Mount Vernon's looking for. You want your relievers to come in and throw strikes, especially with the 3-run lead. And right there, it's a leadoff walk from Donawa. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball finds the zone this time, and the count's 0-1. At the plate, Ty Williams. He did have a single his last time up. Here's the pitch. Fastball too wide. And the count is 1-1. Dunwall from the stretch with the pitch. Ball too low. Count 2-1. Dunwall sets. Here's the pitch. Ball to the right side, and that's down for a hit. Landcrone's got another knock. He's looking for 2, and he will get there with a head-first slide, so it's second and third, nobody out. Tolson able to go first to third as well, and now Donowall's in a little bit of trouble. Really good piece of hitting there by Landcrone, as he's able to pick up his first knock of the day, and then he really pushes the envelope and gets all the way to second base. So Bethel doesn't want to lay down yet, as that brings up Silas Kaiser to the plate. Kaiser on the day, 1 for 2. Donowall the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Kaiser playing shortstop today for the Pilots. Just a 200 hitter coming in. 0-1 pitch, and he takes a big hack on a pitch way upstairs, and he's down 0-2. These next two guys in the order, Kaiser and then Dolan, who we saw run into the wall in right field, you have to think, is he feeling good enough to go up there and take good hacks? And Kaiser, a 200 hitter, watches this one right down the middle for strike 3. So there's the first out of the top of the 7th. And Dolan will come up, and he's still going to represent the tying run. Really nice pitch there by Donowall. You can see him stay on top of that fastball and delivered it right in the heart of the plate to pick up the first out in the top of the 7th. A leadoff walk, a double, and a K has Dolan up now. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. The pitch, breaking ball, fouled off to the right side. Counts 0-1. Pretty big spot here for Bethel. They need to find a way to at least scratch across one of these runs. Infield playing back, so they're giving up a run for an out. Donowall set again. Here's the pitch. 0-1 pitch, lifted into right center. Back on it is Heck. That should be deep enough for both runners to move up, and it will be as the run comes across. That's Tolson with the run scored. Landcrone moves up to third, and a good piece of hitting there by Thomas Dolan to pick up his second run batted in on the day. Now just a 5-3 ball game, and that brings up the top of the order in Miranda. Miranda stands in from the left side. The first pitch, too low. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Excuse me, I'm looking at Dolan still. Dolan is still 0 for 1, but he now has 2 runs knocked in. Miranda's 0 for 2, and a hit by pitch. Miranda swings and fouls it off to the right side. Count evens up at 1-1. The Mount Vernon bullpen will have to cover this last out and then 6 more outs and hold on to a 2-run lead. The pitch. Miranda to the right side, picking up his Keener, and he will take it himself, and that will end the threat. So Donowall puts the first 2 on, but only gives up 1, and Mount Vernon stays on top 5-3. Go ahead and stand up and stretch. We've made it to the 7th inning stretch, and we will be back after this short break. You're listening to Crossroads League Baseball on FDN Sports.
JJ's, I invite you to visit one of our 7 BP convenience stores. And when you do, I expect you will experience hometown excellence in the cleanest and friendliest convenience stores in your community. Please also consider visiting JJ Java for the best cup of coffee in town, or JJ's Pit Stop for a quick, no appointment necessary professional oil change. Also, if you ever need a clean and efficient environment in which to do laundry, JJ's Washroom is ready to serve you.
The 7th inning stretch between the Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars and the Bethel Pilots. If we were playing 2 today, we wouldn't have one of those, and the NAIA would be 2 7-inning doubleheaders. But today, all 9-inning baseball games. Mikowitz still out there for the Pilots, delivers first pitch, fastball right down the middle. As Candle stands in, he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts today. Mount Vernon looking to win and take on the Huntington Foresters tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. I'll be on the call with Ryan Walker, who called the first game with me here today. And then we'll have 2 more to follow after that. Mikowitz gets a ground ball right side, hit sharply, but there to pick it up and make the throw over is Wiersema. So another ground ball out. And Mikowitz has really been sharp since he's come into this ball game. Holden Blankenship will be the next one up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Mikowitz has pitched now 2 1/3, no earned runs, 2 Ks, 2 walks. So he's held it down here for the Pilots. Just waiting on that offense to get going as Mikowitz drops in first pitch breaking ball for a strike. 8 combined runs, 12 combined hits, 2 errors. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, no one on. Second pitch is a breaking ball, and that's strike number 2. Mikowitz with the 0-2. Fastball got him on the outside corner. A great pitch there by Mikowitz. 2 straight breaking balls. And then gassed him with the fastball, and that's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th. Really nice job behind the plate by Diesler to make that one look like a strike. And they got the call, as that now brings up Ty Williams. He's 0 for 3 with 1 run knocked in, 2 Ks. Takes first pitch, ball a little up. Mikowitz, with 1 more out, will have pitched 3 innings. The starter, Plesac, only went 4, so really good bullpen innings here today by Ty Mikowitz. And if Bethel can somehow come back and win this game, he will definitely be a big part of the reason why. Foul ball off to the right side, now a 1-2 count. Mikowitz sets at the belt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, shot to the right side. Weird spin on it. Tough play, and in time with the flip from Tolson. Mikowitz gets over there. That ball had all kind of different spin off it, off the end of the bat, but that will take care of the bottom of the 7th. A 1-2-3 pitching performance in that inning by Mikowitz. We will head to the top of the 8th. Mount Vernon holding on to a 2-run lead. We'll be right back inside Forest Glen Park.
Bippa State Bank is a cornerstone of the community. Our banking building blocks were assembled in 1911 and haven't differed much since then. We still stay true to our local roots, aiming to support, uplift, and celebrate the citizens and businesses of Huntington. As proud lenders to and patrons of our local businesses, we make our community an even more prosperous place. And when you support local banking, you play an important role in Huntington's success stories. No matter what financial products you may need, your business is an invaluable opportunity for us to strengthen our relationship with Huntington, which we're fortunate enough to call home. Bippa State Bank is banking at its best. We believe in community banking.
We are back here, top of the 8th, between Mount Vernon Nazarene Cougars and the Bethel Pilots. Leading off for the Pilots this inning, where Seema, the second baseman, looks at a first pitch fastball low. Maxwell Donawa back out there for his second inning of work. Give up 1 earned in the last, struck out 1, walked 1. Curveball this time, lifted to the right side. Over on it is Dolan, and he's able to make the play. That's actually Heck, for Mount Vernon. And he makes that running catch, and that's a good guy to retire once again, as we're Seema with those 41 stolen bases is left with the bat in his hand. McDonald up now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He's been on via the walk once as well. Donawa with the pitch. Fastball, bottom of the zone, strike 1. McDonald, 284 hitter on the year. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, this time too low. This is a must-win for both of these teams to make it to tomorrow. And then it turns into double elimination, as that's a base hit up the middle by McDonald. And so the tying run to the plate once again for Bethel. And it'll come in the form of Alex Stout, who is one of their better power hitters. Stout with 6 home runs in the regular season. He's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI and a strikeout. Donawa comes set. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss by Stout. Count is 0-1, 1 out, top of the 8th. Bethel trying to rally back. They got 4 out of their starting pitcher, Frank Plesac. Fastball inside corner, and that's strike number 2. That inside corner has definitely been called more than the outside corner here in this second game. And these pitchers continue to attack it wisely. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, big swing and a miss, and it's actually going to be a foul ball at the plate. As barely getting a piece of that was Alex Stout, and he stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Ball too low, and it skips by the catcher, Coleman. And the count is now 1-2, and the Bethel base runner moves up into scoring position, McDonald. Here's the pitch. Foul to the right side. Count remains 1-2. Stout still up at the plate. 1-2 count. Has a chance to push Bethel just a little closer with a base hit here. Donawa waits. Here's the pitch. Fastball dribbled to the left side. It's going to be foul, and the count will still stay at 1-2. Donawa sets. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball too far outside, and the count evens up at 2-2. So Stout, who's put together some pretty good at-bats already today, has a chance to tie the game with one swing, or at least pull Bethel within 1. Big lead out at second base for McDonald. The pitch. Breaking ball just outside again, and the count goes full. Another arm warming up for Mount Vernon out in the left field bullpen. Not much action happening in the Bethel bullpen down the right field line. Biggest pitch of the game so far. Here it is. Breaking ball fouled off to the right side. Count holds. Three-two count. Alex Stout at the plate. Maxwell Donawall on the mound. Big pitch. Fastball down the middle. It's called strike three as Donawall uses that fastball, and down goes Stout looking. Not much to complain about there as that pitch was center. And Donawall is just one out away from leaving that runner stranded on second base. Dominic Diesler's up. He's grounded into 2 double plays today and was robbed of a hit early in the game on a hard ground ball to third. First pitch fastball up and out. Diesler waits. Donawall checks the signs, checks the runner. Now the pitch. Breaking ball fouled off to the right side. Count at 1-1. Donawall, 2 Ks on the day, coming off 1 against Stout. See if he gets through this inning, if they stay with him. Here is the 1-1. Fastball fouled back, and now the count is 1-2. So Donawall has a chance to work his way out of this jam. It was a single by McDonald up the middle. He advanced on a wild pitch, struck out Stout, and now he's up 1-2 on Diesler. Here's the pitch. Fastball popped up out of play. Count stays at 1-2. Donawall up to 32 pitches. Well over 100 for Bethel starter Plesac today. So pitching counts out the window in a must-win game. Donawall the pitch. Fastball! Diesler down swinging, and Donawall with 2 straight Ks able to get out of the jam. That will send us to the bottom of the 8th. Donawall with the K. We will be right back at Forest Glen Park.
This is how we like to do it.
Back at Forest Glen Park, host of the Crossroads League tournament this year. Very nice setting for this event as Bethel is back on the field defensively. Mikowitz back out there on the mound. He's thrown 3 really good innings for this pilot squad. And we will show you the bracket throughout this tournament. A little different change this year. It's a play-in game really for these teams today, and then it turns to double elimination. So once again, if Bethel were to win this game, that is who Taylor would play. If Mount Vernon wins, Huntington will play Mount Vernon, and Taylor will play Spring Arbor. So the lowest remaining seed plays Taylor. The highest remaining seed plays Huntington, and throughout the rest of the tournament, no matter what the situation is, the higher seed will be the host of the game, the home team. Mikowitz delivers first pitch ball. Zachary Hop up at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks on the day. Mikowitz, 3 innings of work, 3 Ks himself. Here's the pitch. Popped straight up in the air, down the left field line. Stout looking to see if he has room, and he does as he catches it just outside of the Mount Vernon dugout. And 2 pitches into the bottom of the 8th, 1 out.
Now batting the right fielder, number 5.
Mikowitz has really done a remarkable job here today and continues to find ways to get quick outs, keep Bethel right in this ball game. Here's the pitch, breaking ball 2 wide. Hogan Heck at the plate, leadoff man for Mount Vernon, 1 for 3 today. The 1-0 pitch, Mikowitz delivers a strike. Count 1-1. Heck back ready at the plate. Mikowitz delivers. Breaking ball again. This one ripped to left field, but right at the left fielder Landcrone. And he makes the easy grab. 2 up, 2 down. There has been a Mount Vernon Cougar warming up for a long time out in the left field bullpen. So we'll see if they let Donawall go out there and try to finish this game, or if they will immediately make a change and maybe go to kind of a closer role to someone else on their roster. First pitch way up and in as Minnick jumps out of the way. Mikowitz has been very solid, no earned runs after Plesac had to leave on the high pitch count. Here's the 1-0. Minnick to the left side, that's going to be a foul ball. Count evens up at 1-1. Minnick has put together great at-bats all day long, has seen a ton of pitches, and continues to find ways on base with 2 walks and a base hit. Mikowitz sets. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball shot off to the right side very softly. And the count's 1-2. Mikowitz sets again. Here's the 1-2. Fastball 2 wide. Count evens up at 2-2. Mikowitz sets, back to the plate. Popped up down the right field line. Over taking a look at it is Tolson. And that one is out of play. Minnick once again proving to be a really tough out at the plate. Mikowitz set, the pitch. To the left side, Stout has it. Throw over to first in time, and a 1-2-3 inning once again by Mikowitz. We will take it to a break. Only 3 outs away from moving on are the Mount Vernon Cougars. We'll be right back for the top of the
when I don't see it, come on. And even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working.
Into the final frame here between the Mount Vernon Cougars and the Bethel Pilots. New pitcher on the bump for Mount Vernon is number 22, Cruz McFadden. He's appeared in 16 games this year. He has 10 saves and a 3 ERA over 24 innings. So this is that closer that they're looking to go to close this one out, and he delivers first pitch just a little too wide. And the count's 1-0. Up at the plate, Cooper Tolson, first baseman for Bethel here today. Cruz McFadden delivers fastball, fouled straight back. Count evens up at 1-1. Usually you see closers come in and have a lot of velocity, and that looks to be exactly the case here for McFadden. The pitch. Ball hit hard up the middle, and it gets through on a couple of hops. And Tolson's on to lead off the top of the ninth. Tolson goes right with this pitch up the middle. It was a breaking ball that he just sat on, shot right up the middle, and now the tying run comes to the plate in the form of Jordan Landcrone. Landcrone, his last time up, hit a double down the right field line. First pitch from McFadden's too high, and the count's 1-0. So exactly like we were talking in the first game, always try to bring up that tying run, make things interesting. The pitch, fastball ripped through the right side. Another base hit by Landcrone, and now Bethel with runners on first and second have a very good chance here to even this one up in the top of the ninth.
Now batting the shortstop, number 16.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Silas Kaiser. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He struck out once. See if they put a sac bunt on here to bring up Dolan with 2 runners in scoring position. Seen several bunts here today already showing. The pitch. Pops it up, and it's going to be a fair ball. The second baseman steps on first. The throw to second is not in time. One of the more interesting plays you'll see. Hoop, the second baseman, fielded that ball at the first base bag, stepped on first base, and then nearly turned to double play as Minnick couldn't get that tag down in time at second base. So that will go 4 unassisted, and it will go down as a sac bunt, and Dolan's now up at the plate. Base hit can tie this for the Pilots in the top of the ninth. Pitch, big hack. McFadden blows that fastball right by Dolan. Dolan's got 2 runs knocked in today, hit a sac fly his last time up. The 0-1. Hard hit ball, but foul. And now the count's 0-2. Bethel fans trying to push their team over the top here, and just hoping for one more big swing, this time by Dolan. McFadden gets the signs. The pitch. Breaking ball, got him looking. A great pitch on the outside corner. Dolan goes down, and now it's up to the leadoff man, Andrew Miranda, the center fielder for Bethel. 2 straight fastballs to start that at bat to Dolan, and then McFadden using that curveball or slider to get the punch out pitch. So Miranda steps into the box and now steps out as him and the home plate umpire have a short conversation. Miranda 0 for 3 on the day. He's a .340 hitter on the season. McFadden with the pitch. Big swing and a miss. And Miranda's down 0-1. McFadden comes set. Here's the pitch. Hard to the left side. Minnick over to first, and this one belongs to the Cougars. Mount Vernon able to escape a late rally by the Bethel Pilots and they will move on to face the Huntington Foresters tomorrow. Miranda got a good piece of that one, and Minnick able to handle the slight bobble and make the throw over, and the season will end for the Bethel Pilots, but a chance to continue the season for Mount Vernon. We will pop up a graphic here on the screen in a moment, kind of explain what tomorrow's schedule will look like for you if you are interested in watching. So if you look here at day 2, Taylor will be playing Spring Arbor. And the first game of the day will be Huntington. They will be playing Mount Vernon. And then our final game of the day will be Indiana Wesleyan and St. Francis. So that's kind of what day 2 looks like. You can tune in tomorrow around 10:50 a.m. and see the host Huntington Foresters take on Mount Vernon. And that should be a very solid matchup between those two sides. So a really fun day of baseball here today as Mount Vernon gets the best of Bethel. See a couple of these highlights here in this game. A low-scoring affair, kind of back and forth. Mount Vernon able to sneak it out. They made some great defensive plays. And even at the end, on that final play, Minnick was able to overcome a mistake, and they were able to take Bethel down. Mount Vernon moves on. They'll play at 11 a.m. tomorrow against the Huntington Foresters with Taylor and Spring Arbor to follow. And then final game of the night, the nightcap, will be St. Francis in Indiana Wesleyan. As always, we thank you for tuning in to FDN Sports, and we will see you for a full day of baseball tomorrow.